moves too close to the net.
She packs a punch. It's ferocity. She is just a fighter. She's fiery, and you know, she puts that ball where she wants it.
What a play. Parris Todd takes the net first, whips the angle to the corner. Opens the scoring too.
Yeah, that's really good. Parexar has a power paddle now. Franklin has a power paddle. These women are whapping this ball around the court at will.
1-0. Point.
Missed return. And Parris Todd will take it. Lea Jansen won several titles last year in singles. Both in Texas.
Point. Three zero.
It's a great ball from Lea Jansen. Parris Todd was in full command. Lea Jansen spotted the opening, gets the side out. Spot on the semifinal on the line for a date with Annalie Waters. Lea Jansen hasn't beaten Annalie Waters since 2021, but she did do it twice that year. That's too good. Clean pass down the line. Jansen on the board.
One three.
Tipping cross-court cutter from Parris Todd. Takes the ball right back. Another look at it. Lea Jansen on her way up, and that's one way to beat a player that likes to take the net early.
Three one. Side out.
That's deep. Parris Todd made several finals last year. 4 of them to be exact. Still looking for her first gold in the last 2 years.
1-3. Side out.
Parris Todd on a mission. Taking that net well.
Yeah, she has been. And we often see her grinding at the baseline a lot, but I like the nuance against Jansen in this matchup to take the net first.
Point.
Another freebie. Having a hard time handling that serve from Parris.
4-1.
Lovely.
Side out.
It's a great spot. Low to the backhand side, pulled all the way wide to the end line.
One four. Point. Two four. Side out.
Heavy serve, well deep for Lea Jansen.
Four two. Side out.
Deep on the third, trying to work Lea Jansen deep on the angle as Parris Todd closes to the net. Jansen with a chance to pull within one.
2-4.
Nice serve. No,
Side out.
cannot capitalize.
Jansen has her vision crew with her
4-2.
towards her bench. I think that's who she's nodding to after the points. Out of desperation, Jansen
Point.
loses it in the sunlight. Parris Todd grabs another point.
Five, 2. Side out.
Here's a look at Lea Jansen's team. Supportive crew on the sideline. They've traveled with her to a couple of events last year as well.
It helps. It helps.
2-5.
Oh, man.
Side out.
Baseline grindy points. Parris Todd gets the better end of Lea Jansen.
Five, 2.
Nice volley
Point.
from Parris Todd.
Timeout,
Punches it
receiver,
to the corner.
6-2.
Whose run came to
Time
an
in.
end yesterday. Gabe Joseph knocked him out of the draw.
6-2.
Still alive in men's doubles, though. Parris Todd lighting it up from the baseline. Ooh, and the reset
Timeout.
touch that Parris Todd wanted to advance to the kitchen. Getting to the net first seems to be the theme here.
Yeah, they've both been successful when they've been able to make their way up there.
2-6.
2-6. This game one is not out of reach just yet.
Side out.
It's not going to help.
Six, 2.
Oh, my goodness. What a whip.
Wow, and then the drop volley set up to close for Parris Todd. 7-2 the damage.
And that's the staple play. I feel like that play itself, that pushback into the drop shot there, was coined initially by Parento. It's that main weapon she used to kind of dethrone Simone Jargin from the singles game.
Point.
That was a while ago. That was before coaches, before players were, watching tape and all of that good stuff. That pretty much comes
8-2.
automatic today. Lofty serve.
You cannot, because the ball died on her side of the net. That's side out.
Parris Todd, I believe, asking if she could challenge
2-8.
balls, but it was too late. Once it's played, you cannot challenge it. Too good. Parris Todd lights up the open corner.
Eight, 2. Side out.
He serve is deep. You'll see Parris Todd do that a couple times too, mixing that off-speed serve. Has a little bit more arc to it, deep to the baseline, gives herself more time, and also throws off the timing of her opponents.
2-8.
I believe so, absolutely.
is such a good approach for Jansen. Hits it heavy and hard, deep to the baseline. Follows it into the net. Earns another point.
3-8. Side out.
Perfect sequence. Bunted it wide. Jansen is frustrated. Understandable, she's earning the shots she wants.
Eight, 3. Point.
No.
One error turns to 2 for Lea Jansen. Parris Todd off of 8.
9-3. Point.
Another missed return, and one leads to 3.
Game point.
Todd with game point.
10-3. Point game, 11-3.
Parris Todd takes the first, 11-3, and Lea Jansen storms to the bench, punches her paddle down. We'll see if there's any emotional recovery here in game 2. Great performance, though, from Parris Todd, looking to advance to the semifinal.
0.
Lea Jansen will start off game 2. Masterful point from Lea Jansen, and perhaps just a little abuse to the paddle is all it took.
Got to get it out of the system sometimes. Get rid of those negative vibes and bring all the positivity to the court. Does her mental reset and gets ready for the next one.
1-0. Side out.
What do you think the misconnect is at the moment for Lea? Is it just technical? Anything you're seeing right now that's a repeated
0-1.
miss?
I'm not seeing much. You know, it's taken a little bit more than it might usually, you know, with the likes of Parris Todd here, who seems to be strictly dialed. That drop shot's fantastic. Oh, but the rebuttal from Lea Jansen.
Side out.
Drop volley just a little bit too high. Lea Jansen had enough room to read it and run for it. Great move by Jansen. Better read than the time before. If you're going to drop volley, when's the right time to do it?
Every single time, every shot.
Really?
No, yeah. Maybe when you have your
1-0.
opponent, you know, behind the baseline, or have them moving away from where you're going to put the ball based on their body weight. But if they're back, bring them in. If they're in, bring them back.
Side out.
Push and pull. Annalie Waters mentioned after her match with Kate Fahey that she noticed, you know, Kate Fahey's using a new piece of equipment. She might be taking some time to make adjustments to it. But Parris
0-1.
Todd using a new Franklin paddle seems very well versed with it. Can't think of a time I've seen her play better. That's insanely good.
Yeah, to wield shots like that, exactly to your point.
And that cross-court shot, that's not about pace. Let's take a look at the follow-through, how far she brings that paddle up here to above her head to get all of that top spin, all of that curvature to keep that ball on the court.
1-1. Point.
Striking pass from Parris Todd. Jansen had a paddle on it, dishes it into the net. Todd back on top by 1.
Two, 1. Side out. 1-2.
Ooh, drop volley, little
Point.
less of a bounce this time. Almost worked, and Lea Jansen was there. Trickles it off the tape. Great hustle. Unlucky for Parris Todd. I felt like that was a much better one than the point prior.
Off the net.
2-2.
Then off the bounce and onto the boot of the net.
Ooh, no look that time.
Side out.
The crowd is still with anticipation.
2-2.
Wow, gutsy pass down the line.
Point.
Lea Jansen was there, and still Parris Todd threaded the needle.
The frustration is compounding. As an opponent, it's nice to see, you know, your
3-2.
opponents being frustrated on the other side of the net. So you can't forget that that kind of empowers your opponent when they see you frustrated. So
Point.
some students out there working on their mental game, I try to tell them, you're allowed to be frustrated out there. You're just not allowed to let them see it.
Yeah.
Not allowed
That's
to show
fair.
it.
Easier said than done. For sure.
Amen.
4-2.
Amen.
We've all been there before, that's for sure. It's a great point. Ooh, the closer overhead.
Side out.
Todd sends it back to Jansen with a miss.
Tyson McGuffin's the type of player, if he senses any amount of weakness on your side of the net, he will eat you up for it.
2-4.
Here we go.
Oh my, the perfect closing
out.
situation.
Yeah, quite the blueprint.
Paddle face left a little bit open.
4-2. Point. Timeout
It's
receiver
wide.
5-2.
Todd takes another point. Jansen calls her only timeout. Oh, lob is good. Lea Jansen crushes it to the baseline.
Five.
Oh, what a get
Point.
from Jansen off of a finesse drop from Parris Todd. She wanted that around the post.
Jansen seems to be leveling the playing field here just a little bit. Let's see how far she can take it.
3-5.
Everything in that serve. Takes the net first and therefore the point.
Yeah, that serve set up everything. Heavy, heavy hitting from Lea Jansen. Put her whole body behind it. We've got mixed doubles coming up, top of the hour. Annalie Waters and Ben Johns taking on Gabe Tardio and
4-5.
Jesse Irvin, gold medal winners from the 2024 season. One step forward and a few
Side out.
steps back for Lea Jansen.
Five, 4. Point.
Very smart from Parris Todd, pulling Lea Jansen out wide, limiting her options
Pattern recognition. The righty going to that drop shot backhand,
6-4.
always going to be a good spot. Yikes.
Side out. Four, 6.
Oh, had the opening. Jansen back within 1. And she's still yelling at herself to figure it out. Never too pleased.
Five, 6.
Crushed it inside out on the backhand side. Lea Jansen is back in the match.
There is a fierce and controlled Lea, and that's the result you get.
I see Annalie Waters do that a lot on the two-handed backhand,
6,
punching it
6.
inside out. Wow, right back at you, says Parris Todd. I've got one too, out of the air.
Some impressive anticipation there from Parris Todd to be there waiting for that cross-court return.
Six. Side out.
No points for Todd. She's been a little quiet on the scoreboard in game 2.
Six.
And Jansen
Point.
takes hold of her first, maybe second lead of the match. The other time was, I believe, up 1-0 in game 2. She scored 5 of the last 6 points.
7-6.
That one's right on the paddle and goes wild again.
Seven.
Jansen was there. Todd ties it with the Lea Jansen miss.
It's all ball path, forcing Lea Jansen to make contact below the net and rebuttal by hitting up, and it does not clear the net.
Yeah, it's a really good observation by you for sure. Carving out the ball path, such a nuance, subtlety
7-7.
to the sport. Big roll from Lea Jansen. Side out. A lot of game left, a lot of match left. Jansen needs this to extend it to an deciding game 3.
Side out. 7-7. Side out. Seven, 7.
Oh, so
Side out.
close to being a winner for Lea Jansen. An inch too low, though, and Parris Todd takes the ball back.
Yeah, she's going to need to do something with this serve. I think she's running out of time before Lea Jansen takes full control of this match.
7-7.
Oof.
Point.
It's off the tape. Give Parris Todd the lift she's looking for. So when you say that, taking control of the service line, what would you like to see more of from Parris Todd?
Well, her serve was a little casual there, but the follow-up was nice and deep to the corner. Really kind of keep pushing,
8-7.
keep getting that grunt going, and really commit to those shots.
Yeah, Lea Jansen eating up the opportunity to initiate the pace off the serve for sure.
That was a difficult option.
So maybe when Lea Jansen is expecting off speed on the serve, you go a little bit faster.
Possibly, possibly. I mean, it's a good variation to have, but I think she just needs to keep pressing to the pressing pedal to the metal here. That's a great option.
Pretty.
Side out.
Hunter Johnson-esque with that pass from Parris Todd. He was hooting and hollering after that shot, too.
8-7.
Got there, too. Couldn't get the pass. Great work by Parris Todd to stay in the rally one more time.
A bailout option there. See if Lea Jansen can hold her off.
9-7. Point.
Match point. Parris Todd.
Are you maintaining? 10-7.
Match point, Parris Todd. Punch volley going wide. Parris Todd takes the match and moves on to another semifinal meeting with the world #1 Anna Leigh Waters. What great work from Parris Todd.
Yeah, good form. That's a well-focused champion that we're moving on to do battle with Anna Leigh Waters in the next round. That's going to be a classic that we have for you tomorrow. So congratulations to Parris Todd. Good form, and keep it up.
And a great run for Lea Jansen, one of the classics in the sports. We're going to step aside for just a moment. Parris Todd will join us at the desk for an interview next.
Welcome back to the Masters. Parris Todd takes down Lea Jansen 11-3, 11-7.
Yeah, the 7-seed Parris Todd taking out 3 Lea Jansen. Those seeds should be switched. Unbelievable effort from Parris Todd. And moving on to tomorrow's semifinal.
Welcome into the Pickleball Central desk. P. Todd taking down Lea Jansen, but it's always a really tough matchup with her. We know there's a lot of antics that happen on the court, but there's just a lot of firepower, even with her strength. But do you think it's more physical or mental when you go and play Lea Jansen?
I think it's a little bit of both with Lea. I think she's obviously one of the best players. She's the number 3 seed here. She's been around for so long, and she's played so many of the best players, and she's beat all of them. But I think really just every match is very mental as well. So I just have to hold my own and just know, like, there's been some games you come back from 1-9 and you come back and win, but it can happen on the other side as well. So it's just really staying calm in those moments and knowing that I can pull it out.
Speaking of knowing that you can pull it out, when you face resistance, I feel like there's this belief inside of you that no matter what, I can win every single point. Where does that belief come from?
Hating to lose more than wanting to win. But honestly, it's just from tennis. So many tennis matches in my life, and just having that foundation of really being able to build from there, and having that experience really helps me on the pickleball court. So
you look so fit out there, moving so well. I know you travel with the physio now, do so much off the court. Talk about the importance of really investing in feeling good.
Yeah, I mean, we have really long days out here every single week. I mean, we're traveling 3-4 times a month, and I have a physio now. Me and Hunter have one traveling with us, so it's been great, and I just feel so much better every day going into the tournament. Usually I would be tired by today, by quarters, but today I felt really good. I was firing on all cylinders, so it's just so important as the sport evolves to really just keep your bodies healthy, and it's been so important for me in the last 6 months, so I've seen a big difference. Hunter started winning. He won Atlanta the first time we had a physio, so I mean, if that doesn't say something right there.
You're like, Hunter, come on, we got to bring on the physio.
Well, you just know I was the one who was like, we need to get a physio. He's like, are you sure? Like, it's expensive. I was like, come on, you have to invest in your body, invest in everything, because it makes a difference.
Yeah, don't you love being right to Hunter? But you are doing so well on just all cylinders, and doubles and mixed doubles and singles, but let's just focus on singles here. What would be some of your goals for 2025? How do you want to end the year, and are there any big tournaments that you're looking at you would like to win?
I mean, all the slams, you know, I'd love to win all the slams. I think for me, winning multiple titles this year, I'd like to win 3 titles. That's kind of my goal. And I'd like to get in that number 1 or 2 spot. I know AL has a lot of points to defend, but I'm feeling really good with this new Franklin paddle, new prototype. I feel like I really have a fighting chance out there, and my singles game is just, I mean, I feel like I can control the point. Whereas before, I felt a little behind in the point, but now I feel like I'm just able to put the ball where I want, and I'm hitting corners, I'm penetrating the ball, my serve, my return's better. I just feel more confident in singles with this paddle, so really happy about it.
You've won some awards in fashion. You and Cam are both wearing great bows. I feel a little left out. To be honest, I wish you would have brought a third. What goes into the Parris Todd outfit? How do we become fashionable on the court?
Well, dressing me.
For you or?
For anybody. For those at home that going out to their rec courts, how do they look good, feel good, play good?
Well, to start wearing aloe. I mean, that doesn't hurt to have them as a sponsor. But honestly, matching sets is the easiest thing ever. You have the same color of a top and a bottom, and you go out there, and it just works, and it's easy. You don't have to think about it. So next time, match your top and your bottom, Matt.
Gotcha. Thank you. Noted.
A couple more here. I was telling him, I'm like, Parris Todd's one of the best cooks. If you guys haven't had any, make a great steak. But that is, I'm like, I miss it. But how important really is nutrition? I know we talked about the physio traveling with you, but I know I got an Instacart of yours having some food being delivered to your place this week. But how important is the nutrition part of things as well?
Absolutely. My dad was actually a nutritionist, so he's helped me a lot with that. And since an early age, I've kind of just had that installed in me of what I need to eat, the supplements I need to take, protein powders, all the things. But for us, it's really traveling on the road and getting Airbnbs is a big thing, because when you're in a hotel, you have to eat out every night. But see, I cook mornings and night usually, and we get lunch out because it's hard, obviously, to keep up with it. But just having those home-cooked meals on the road, I just feel better the next day. So when we go to restaurants, I feel not my best, and it's kind of heavy and gross, and I don't know, it's greasy. But if we can find a place that's good, obviously great. But if you can cook and make healthy meals out of it, it's super important.
You said the paddle gives you a fighting chance tomorrow against Annalie Waters. What's 1 or 2 things you're focusing on from point 1 tomorrow against her?
Well, you just broke the news to me. I didn't know I was playing her because I don't look at the draw.
There you go. You're playing Annalie Waters semifinals tomorrow.
Now I can start to think about it. Okay. Usually I look at the draws or who I play the night before, because I don't like to think ahead too far, because I just want to focus on who I'm playing against and who's in front of me, and then go from there. But yeah, with this paddle, I'm feeling really good. I feel like I'm hitting my spots, like I said, and really looking forward to making a game plan with Hunter tonight. We'll be watching some film.
I know a lot of your family's watching out there. I know your dad's battling a little bit with his health out there. We love you, Charles. But anyone you'd like to say hi to out there? I know Nana's probably watching as well.
Well, my parents, my grandparents, everyone that's been watching, they're so supportive. I'm so blessed to have them. And my dad's been dealing with some health stuff. But a lot of people have been sick recently. And I just want to put my heart out there to everyone dealing with the fires in LA. It's super sad. I mean, we've had friends and family that have lost everything. So just to be dealing with your health and be okay, but people lose everything. I mean, there's another day, and just everyone out there stay strong, and anything you can do to help those people, if you're in the area, just go out and do anything you can, because every little thing makes a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely will. Thank you, Parris Todd. Congratulations. Moving on to the semifinals. We're now going to switch our attention to mixed doubles. We're going to have the #1 team in the world, Annalie Waters and Ben Johns, taking on his new men's doubles partner, Gabe Tardio and Jesse Irvin, here at the Masters. You guys don't want to go anywhere.